am thankful, I am grateful to have the opportunity to be with each of you today to raise our voices, to be with Arlene Holt Baker. Arlene Baker Holt. Did I say it wrong again? Arlene Holt Baker. To be with Charlie Fleming, to be with each of you. Because as I stand at our Capitol, I think about 43 years ago that my father and the team that worked with him was in Memphis, Tennessee. And they were standing up for the rights of sanitation workers. Those men who were being mistreated, who were represented by ASME, but they were being mistreated, not treated with dignity, not treated with respect, not treated with honor, and not treated like men or human beings. My dad lost his life in that struggle. But if he were with us today, he would be in the forefront of this struggle to retain the rights of workers. And specifically, to ensure that collective bargaining always was available for workers. You see, 43 years after his passing, I would have hoped that we would be in a different place in this nation that we all call home, the United States of America. So I am saddened that we are having to stand up and say we're not going to take it anymore. But I guess I am energized by knowing that women and men and families are coming together around America. Because probably in every state there was a demonstration today. And I think those who are trying to blame those of us who work in the public arena for the problems that our nation is having are misguided. It's very interesting that in this nation, and we were told this morning by Congressman Emmanuel Cleaver, that the missiles that are being used in Libya to shoot one missile cost $1.5 million, and there were over 200 that were used. So we can find all the money we need for death and defense. But we can't seem to find money to support families and average American workers. And then, how do we live in a nation where we ostracize those who teach our children? Our most precious resource would be our children, and yet we are now fighting all public workers, but yet our teachers, they spend a large amount of time with our children. Something has gone awry in America. America is not exhibiting her best behavior. We've allowed a few men and women of various parties, I won't call any names specifically,
go for it, do it.
But various parties to take postures that will create oppression and suppression and ultimately depression. That is why we have to stand up, because we cannot allow these patterns to continue. Yes, we want to be fiscally responsible. We're all concerned about the deficit and paying that off. But if we don't ensure that Americans can continue to work with decent pay and have responsible posture. You know, my dad in 1967 was talking about a living wage. We're still trying to get the minimum wage addressed. He was way ahead of this nation. Here we are 43 years later, and we can't get the minimum wage. The minimum wage is up some, but no one can live on a minimum wage. We need a living wage. But guess what? It only takes a few good women and men to bring about change.
Yeah, I'm down at the state.
My father and his team were not hundreds of thousands. They were just a few good women and men. Yes, the March on Washington was a huge organization of over 250,000 persons in 7 or 8 major organizations. Yes, the march from Selma, though, to Montgomery, for the most part, those who marched to get the right to vote, there probably were less than 150 that marched the entire distance. Yes, there were 10,000 who came on that day in Montgomery when they arrived, but those who marched that distance, it was just a few good women and men. What I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters, is that it only takes a few good women and men to stand up for justice, to stand up for truth, to stand up for righteousness, to stand and know that even God is on our side. So we will continue in this quest. As Reverend MacDonald said so eloquently, until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. God bless you. God keep you. And we are going to stay on the battlefield until justice is done for all workers of America. God bless you.
Thank you.